When the dust settles, who will reign supreme? There ain't no drama here. Guys, join us for this double oaked bourbon brawl. Catch you in a second. These bourbons are straight oak and no joke. All fantastic. Oak K, are you ready for this? Guys, do you know what time it is? It is blind tasting time. Today we are going to bring in 3 double oaked heavyweights. Now I know I've already done a double oaked face off between the Woodford double oaked and the Chicken Cock double oaked. Woodford, of course, came out on top. Sorry if you haven't seen that video, spoiler alerts. But, guys, we have 3 more. We have 3. We don't have 1. We don't have 2. But we have 3 double oaks. That's
Oh, yes.
6 oaks. 6 oaks of drinkiness. No, I'm kidding, of course. But our first contender, ding ding, we have Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Doesn't say double oaked on the barrel, but it is. Clocks in at a total of 94 proof, toasted in new oak barrels and coming out swinging. This is a small batch bourbon that is then re-barreled into brand new charred oak barrels for a secondary finish. This is a fantastic pour. I've had it before, like the rhyming. Contender number 2, are you ready? We have got Old Forester, the OG. Now, you can never get enough of Old Forester. This right here is Oak K Juice, I'm telling you. We have Old Forester 1910. Once again, does not say double oaked on the bottle, but it is. This clocks in at a nice 93 proof, so 94, 93. These guys are just side by side. Both of them are fantastic pours. Old Forester, Old Fine Whiskey. This guy comes from the Whiskey Rose series. I've had them all. They're all fantastic. I'm expecting a true matchup. Now, if you were to ask me right off the top just to see how well I know my palate, I would say Old Forester would beat Elijah Craig. But guess what? We're about to find out soon because I'm about to bust out the Lazy Susan. In corner 3, ding ding, coming in slightly higher on the proof is a new guy to town. He is Peerless Double Oaked. Now, Peerless is a brand that I have been recently just getting into. I really like Peerless. I have, kind of like Old Forester, they haven't made something that I have disliked yet. Now, this guy does clock in at 109, so it is a little heavier on the proof. But either way, I'm not judging it based on proof. I'm judging these things based on flavor. Now, will I be able to tell the difference? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just a normal dude that likes bourbon and good whiskey, so my palate is very okay at that. But I can tell you one thing: when you pair them all up, I can definitely tell you which one I like the most. Now, Peerless here, I actually got a chance to go by visit in Louisville, Kentucky. I wanted to check out their distillery, and of course, I get there as they're locking the doors. I mean, it was so close, but I just missed it. So next time I am in Louisville doing the bourbon trail, I will 100% be stopping there. I've had this guy before. He is also another fantastic pour. I mean, no matter who wins, I guess we can always agree that the real winner is this guy right here who gets to try some fantastic bourbon and talk to a camera. So, guys, thanks for joining me on this double oaked face off. I'm excited to see what happens. Now, some of you guys out there in TV land might be asking, what exactly is double oaked? It's not very complex. It's exactly like it sounds. All bourbon starts in a new charred oak barrel. And all it is after it's aged there, it's transferred into another charred oak barrel. And that's what it is. So these things, they call them toasted, they call them double oaked, all the things like that. But why would you do that? Why would you waste 2 beautiful charred oak barrels on this? It brings out those other flavors. With these, you get things like nice caramel notes, a toasted marshmallow. It really imparts this rich flavor on top of some like oak, some leather, and other things really come out. It really just helps drive home the complexity, and that's what I love in these bourbons. You'll get things that are double, triple, quadruple, septuple oaked. That's a little bit much for my personal palate. Anything more than double oaked is a lot, but that double oaked really is the sweet spot for me. And I found that, like, for my palate, I really personally enjoy it. So, what do? First, we break out the scientific, scratched up Lazy Susan. So, interesting thing, Elijah Craig actually, its first small batch bourbon, I want to say it was in like the 1980s from Heaven Hill. When they introduced its small batch bourbon, it actually helped revitalize the whole bourbon market because at the time, Scotch and vodka were just walloping bourbon. And Elijah Craig, when they brought that small batch on, it really helped get everything going and get people's interest percolating again. So I guess we owe a big thank you to Elijah Craig, and then to say my little piece about Old Forester. I mean, damn, we love Old Forester. Everything by Old Forester is just fantastic. Each one of these, anything from Heaven Hill Distillery, Elijah Craig or Old Forester. I mean, they're all just tried and true like battle horses of the whiskey world. I mean, they've got their brew and their numbers down so damn well. I mean, it's hard to actually compete with them. But these new boys like Peerless on the block. I mean, I'm just so excited to see them coming in and swinging because Peerless and Woodford Double Oak. I haven't paired them up head to head yet, but I couldn't tell you which one's better. I think I like Old Forester's Double Oak better than I do Elijah Craig's Toasted, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon. So you never know. That's the best thing about doing these kinds of blinds is you never really know how things will shake out. I mean, you could have heard my jaw hit the floor when I picked a Larceny over Stag Junior the other week. I mean, things really just shake out crazy when you're doing a blind. Same for when I picked Russell's Reserve 10-year over Blanton's, which I was really shocked about as well. These are all mixed up with the mixy ups. So let's go ahead and see where everything shakes out. Let's go ahead and take a quick nose of all these and just see who we have. Nice. That's really mellow, really subdued caramel. This one has a really nice pecan cherry pie to it, which is just fantastic. Oh, this one's kind of bland. That's weird. Wouldn't have saw that coming. When you really kind of get in there with the whole snifferoo, I guess you do get some caramel, but this one's a lot more caramel forward. Okay, let's dig in. First up on the nose, number one, nice caramel, oak, leather, very classic bourbon notes. Well, that's nice. We'll sacrifice that one to the palate. With my face, know we're getting ready for some more bourbon. I love all these. These are so good. Very nice, very subtle. Not too oak forward. It's got some really good bourbon. I got my vocal cords. Got some really good bourbon notes. You get a lot of caramel. You get a lot of sweetness. Kind of like almost a butterscotchy marshmallow, which is really nice. Number two. Very nice nose. Definitely, it's got more honeyed pecan. Oh yeah. Oh, that's rich. That's complex. Also very mellow. Very very mellow. It's almost creamy. Ooh, creamy, buttery. It's very, once again, I mean, kind of marshmallowy, just like the other one, like a nice toasted, roasted marshmallow. A little bit of a short finish. I'm a big, I like a nice long finish, but it's a little bit of a short finish. But all in all, the pecans, I mean, it comes out. This is definitely the creamier of the two. Okie dokie. Let's do number three. That's very mellow. Very mellow. Kind of has a subdued nose. Very mellow. A lot of vanilla comes out on this one. It's definitely the less flavor forward, I guess, of the two, or the three. Less flavor forward of the three. Also, the less complex of them has a short finish. Hmm. It's nice. I like it. It's very good. Nice and very good are excellent descriptors for a bourbon enthusiast. Don't you want to hear that? The bootstrap leather and it has the essence of summer on a warm blah 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 day. No, sorry. Once again, just a random dude that likes to sip bourbon with you guys. I don't have the most complex palate, but I definitely know what I like. These are all fantastic. I mean, like this is probably my least favorite. This is gonna come in number three. But that being said, they're all good. Short finish on this one, very vanilla forward, minimal caramel, not much sting, not much spice. This is nice. It's just kind of there though. I would this would be a good old fashioned mixer. I really want the Peerless to win because I feel like that should be the best one. I feel like the Peerless should be number one, and then the Old Forester 1910 should be number two, and then the Elijah Craig should be number three. But we'll see how it comes out, see how it shakes out. So it's between these two. Ding, 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 ding. All right, I'm not gonna ochre think it here. I got two more to try, and we're gonna pick a winner. Mm. If I don't splash it on my face first. Ooh. All right, so I definitely like the nose on the second one better. Oh, the first one ain't far behind. All right, cheers. This is nice. It's got a very round flavor. It coats your mouth. It's not offensive. It doesn't have that stringent burn to it. It's very, very sweet. Like I said, toasted marshmallow and pecan really kind of come forward on this one. Let's see for number two here. Man, I just like this one better. I don't know what it's close. They're very close, but this one just has a little bit more punch, a little bit more complexity. Has a really nice finish. It's got a little longer finish. I get a lot of pecan. I get a lot of dark fruit, some cherry, a good toasted marshmallow. It's not smoky. It's not overpowering. There's not too much oak because trust me, there can be too much oak. It can be overbearing. How many more puns can I fit into this one? Okay. I guess I'll pick a winner. It's going to be number two here. So, in the order that I did it, this was number three, this was number one, and this was number two. But let's move it forward and see what we got. In third place, we have got the Old Forester. Golly, buddy, come on. You were supposed to be number two. You were supposed to be number two. You. Who does number two work for? You. Ah, well, either way, the Old Forester is still a great pour. I highly recommend it. This is good. It would definitely be a mixer. This actually has been a mixer for me, but I always enjoy it. I sipped it neat. I mixed it with Coke. I've done all the things. You're not going to go wrong with Old Forester. MSRP sits around $55. Fantastic. Highly recommend it. Here we go. Let's see what number two is. Drum roll. And what do we have? Please be the Elijah Craig. I'm going to feel bad if I picked Elijah Craig over Peerless. It is the Elijah Craig. Oh, so happy I picked the Elijah Craig for number two. If you guys would have seen me pick it for number one over the Peerless, you would have been like, this dude's palate. Jonathan's palate is absolute trash. He's over here picking Traveler over Pappy. So we got Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, which is a fantastic pour. Clearly, and I actually did not think it would be beating my Old Forester, but Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel for number two. Fantastic pour. I'm going to have to reorder my nightly sippers now. This right here is a fantastic, versatile bourbon. Good for mixing, good for drinking neat, good for drinking with some ice, good for just enjoying a nice toasted barrel or double oaked bourbon. Mm, it is really damn good. That means Peerless Double Oaked takes first place. I'm happy during one of these blinds that what I actually thought was going to win really did win. We've been having all these upsets with larcenies and all the other ones coming in and kicking the butt of the one I thought was going to win. I'm happy that this is the actual winner. Guys, this has been fantastic. Now, so I'll tell you this: it's interesting that Peerless beats these two old classics like Woodford, Old Forester and Elijah Craig. These are two powerhouses that have been around forever. And Peerless, don't get me wrong, did open up in like 1890s or so, closed down during Prohibition, but it really only had its revival, I think, when the Taylor family opened it back up 2013, 2015. So, yes, they technically have been around for a long time, but these guys have been really just refining their juice ever since. And Peerless, so far, everything I have tried by this brand has just been great and delicious. So, guys, if you see Peerless Double Oak, I know it's a little expensive, sitting around that $90 to $100 mark, but heavily worth it. I would not mix this one. This is definitely a straight sipper for me. This is right beside my Woodford Double Oak, and guess what? We'll be getting a head-to-head before too long of the two and seeing who reigns supreme. And I honestly do not even have a guess of who's going to win between this and Woodford. So those are the two powerhouses of the Double Oak family. This was a brutal blind barrel aged bourbon brawl for double oaked bourbon. How many more B's can I get in there? this was a brutal blind barrel double oaked bourbon brawl, and Peerless did not flinch. Whew, I had to do that one slowly. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. And as always, bourbon's better with friends. Please go out, drink responsibly, expand your palate, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. And guys, if you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, pop on over to Instagram and follow Age to Perfection Neat Life for more fantastic content. And as always, bourbon's better with friends. Cheers. Damn, that's good.